All right. So, here's the conversation. I'm first turning this down. This is hot as a tamale, but in different conversation. Kyrie Irving comes out, and I don't think he's gonna stay a Brooklyn Net.
No, I don't know if you heard what happened on First Take this morning, what they were talking about, but the thing that kind of set me over the top and really made me think that Kyrie's definitely not staying in Brooklyn is the fact that Steve Nash hosted a practice. And after that practice was done, Kyrie kept the team there and ran his own practice. This man does not respect Steve Nash and doesn't respect anybody in the... He wants to do things his way. And that's what I think has been his mantra since he really left Cleveland. And since, that was the big thing for him. Oh, I didn't like playing under LeBron. I didn't like being that kind of guy. I want to run my own team. And what has happened since then? You haven't won shit. You haven't done anything. And everyone thinks, oh, you're a great basketball player on paper now. What does that mean to you, right? What does that mean to anybody in this league? So I think we start with this conversation first. If he does somehow stay with the Brooklyn Nets, what's the furthest that they can go with this team, in your opinion?
The exact team that they have right now?
Say...
No changes?
Kyrie Irving plays 75-plus games next year. Kevin Durant, same thing as this year. And Ben Simmons comes back healthy. I don't think they're going to... It doesn't look like they're going to have Joe Harris right now. But
no Joe Harris.
But Bruce Brown, Claxton... Pretty much the same exact look that they had last year. They go back and sign everybody. Probably will be some role changer switches, but the base model of it, right? You basically take the team from last year, you add Ben Simmons healthy into the lineup. How much of a difference does that make to you for the season coming up and going forward?
Okay, so you have the exact roster, right? I'm gonna say this team with a torch lit under their ass, with Kyrie Irving playing the entire season, with Ben Simmons playing decent basketball. I think they can go back to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Really?
I do. Kevin Durant's still the guy.
I think it depends.
Kyrie Irving's still a bucket, and Ben Simmons is the X factor.
I just don't know how much faith I want to put into Ben Simmons, I guess, even if he is healthy, because I feel like his mental still isn't there, right? That's probably the thing that worries me the most about Ben Simmons. You had him in Philly. He couldn't take the fans there, so what do? You bring him to fucking New York. Oh, great idea there. Yeah, New York doesn't have a crazier media than Philadelphia, right? That's why I feel like, he had that news of Game 4 was coming around. He was going to come back, and then what happens? Pussy's out. Does the same thing. Complains about his back. So I just don't know if that's a guy you can rely on, and I feel like KD's just getting his, right? I feel like he doesn't really care. I still feel like KD, though, is a good teammate. In my opinion, I feel like he's always kind of that guy who he's like, you know what, go do what you want. He's not going to really, he's going to focus on his lane, and if you want to come with him, he's there. You know what I mean? I don't feel like he's ever been that guy to really go out of there. He'll do his own thing on Twitter for sure, but I think it depends on what side of the bracket you're on, especially given the same, let's do this. Given the same bracket this year, you think they beat the Celtics in the first round?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, I think the Celtics went on a lucky. They played their best basketball when they needed to, bro. And
which is what it matters.
And that's kudos to them.
Think about the Braves last year. Were they the best team in baseball? No, they just got hot at the right time. It can happen to anybody at any time of the year.
Okay,
but you don't think the Celtics are going to be back next year at all?
I think they're going to be back. Yeah, absolutely. I never said that they're not going to be back.
But you just called the run lucky.
They went on it, dude. They played great basketball when they needed. They played great basketball when they needed to.
Right. So,
and they played some poo ass basketball when they needed to too.
Jason Tatum did, 100%. But my point to you is,
Mr. Smart. And we know. Hey, come on.
I mean, you can't just point to him and Jason Tatum though. Grant Williams, MIA. Al Horford had a decent game at the end when it didn't matter anymore, when the series was basically lost at that point. So he started to turn up at the end. You got no bench production. And like I said, everyone was talking about how deep the Celtics are. They don't have depth. They didn't. They showed that they didn't have depth compared to the Warriors. Bro, you were bringing out Iguodala. You still had Moody and you had Kuminga that didn't play in the finals. Jordan Poole was getting 15 minutes a game. You know what he would have done on any other team? 30 to 40 minimum. I don't care about his D.
30.
I've said this. Right?
You don't care about the D?
Nah.
No.
Just not him. You know what I mean? Maybe somebody else. But his defense in general is the reason that they've said that keeps him off the court. To me, I don't care. If you're scoring 30, who cares? What was the biggest struggle for both teams in this series?
Let me ask you this.
You couldn't score 3 buckets in a row.
Let me ask you this. What do you think happened? Like, what is your take on the Nets, right? If they're at their where they need to be.
If they go on the same side of the bracket, I think they lose to the Celtics again.
Again?
I don't trust Ben Simmons enough to beat that team. Especially with the way that, like you said, Jason Tatum was locking up Kevin Durant in the first round. Right?
But Jason Tatum was playing really good in the first round. Do you think if Ben Simmons comes in and he can guard up Tatum, you don't think that it went to 7 anyway, right? You're not telling me a healthy
7? What went to 7?
Oh no, it didn't go to 7.
They swept them.
Yeah.
No, he makes a difference in maybe one game, but the Warriors.
You don't think Ben Simmons' defense?
No, Ben
fuck
Simmons,
what he does on offense.
But think about what the Warriors had to do to collectively drain Jason Tatum, right? They had to go and Andrew Wiggins, and they just shut him down. Andrew Wiggins was face guarding that man in the corner, holding him there, taking him out of every single play, making Jaylen Brown beat them. And what did that do? They lost. But let's get back. We got way off topic as we always do. Let's get back to Kyrie. So so you think that they can go Eastern Conference Finals? I think if the same bracket plays out, I think that they still lose to the Celtics. I think it goes 6 or 7 though. I think it's a closer series.
Well, we can't say it's going to be the same bracket though. I don't think that's fair either.
I'm just saying so that way we have something to reference.
Okay, but how about we pick the playoff teams that were in the playoffs this year, and we say with Kyrie. No, that's.
I mean, we could do that.
We could,
but they're not beating the Bucks.
They're beating the Heat.
No, they're not. With the team that they have this year?
Bro, the Heat are not good. I'm not convinced by the Heat, bro.
What do you mean the Heat are not good?
I just don't think that they're that good of a basketball team.
And you clearly don't. You just think highly of the Nets?
I think highly of Kevin Durant.
I do too, but he can't do it on his own. He showed that this year.
I think highly of Kyrie.
I think too.
Highly of the. I don't think
but
highly.
Kyrie
of the
didn't show up when he played this year.
Okay, all right.
Right?
Fair enough.
Right?
I think.
And we don't know what we're gonna get with Ben Simmons. That's it's too many unknowns for that team for me to say right now. 20 games in the next season, yeah, I might have a different opinion, but right now, I can't sit there and say that Kyrie staying in Brooklyn is the best move for him or for Kevin Durant.
Okay, so where does he go? If you're and this isn't by team choice. This is by Kyrie Irving choice.
Okay,
if you're Kyrie Irving and you have a blank slate, right? You can go wherever you want. You demand a trade to this place, you're going to get a trade. Where's the number one spot you want to go?
And here's the thing. So I'll give you the 2 teams I think are the highest likelihood that he'll go to, and then I'll give you the team that I think actually might fit the best for him. One, I think his probably main priority would be to go back with LeBron James. I think that's his number one priority. I think that's what he wants to do. He's tried this whole by myself thing. It hasn't worked. Imagine Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, a healthy Anthony Davis, and LeBron James. I don't care how old he is. He's still on the team, and they need to go get other pieces. That's been their thing, obviously, last year, but I think with those 3 as your main core, that is a scary team in itself. And if you can go get a few guys, which it seems like LeBron, whenever he wants to go, I want that guy, and that guy. Yeah, the Lakers are going to go get him, right? They'll make it how he wants it to be. They'll basically let him GM in the offseason. Another team that I think that would be likely for him to go to would be the Heat.
You think you'd go to Miami?
I think he would go to Miami. I think he respects Jimmy Butler, and I think that he would want to help him with that team. Saying that, you probably have to get rid of Hero. I don't know.
That's fine. If I had Kyrie
think that's
Irving,
okay.
I would take that.
I think I would take that, to be honest with you. You probably have to give up maybe another bench guy. But I think what's been the biggest thing with Jimmy Butler, right? I think is his clutch moment, right? The thing that's everybody's going to talk about for the future is going to be that 3-point shot that he took against Celtics when he had Al Horford on his back heels, right? That's the biggest thing. That's the play that sits in everybody's mind and says, yo, you could have been in the finals instead of the Celtics if you just took that to the rack, right? Imagine having Kyrie, a guy who's shown up in clutch situations in the finals, shown up and been cold-blooded. I think that takes the pressure off of Jimmy Butler because he doesn't have that right now. As much as we want to say Tyler Hero is the 6th man of the year, he still don't have ice in his veins. He didn't show up really in the playoffs.
He's got ice in his veins, but not like crazy ice.
Right, not
he's got ice. He's got ice,
but not championship material. He didn't.
We
show
got
up.
ice.
We got ice.
We got
that
ice.
was somebody Sonic.
We got ice.
But you get what I'm saying.
So you bring in. I got to say this. All right, we're in an alternate universe. Okay.
Oh boy.
Where everything comes full circle. Westbrook gets traded to the Nets to play with Kevin Durant. Kyrie gets traded to the Lakers to play with LeBron again.
Mm-hmm.
And we get a 2023 finals of the Lakers and the Nets, KD and Westbrook versus LeBron and Kyrie.
Like it was what? How long ago was that? I mean, there was no Kyrie, but
There was, well, it was,
but it was still when he was on.
it was, I mean, I don't even think we really ever got that matchup.
No,
we never got that matchup.
You had
LeBron and what?
Russ and KD versus LeBron.
Right, we had that.
That's what I was saying. There was no Kyrie.
There was no Kyrie.
Yeah.
But it comes full circle. There's one more heaping run. Russell Westbrook goes to the Nets, figures it out, bro. Averages 25, 8 and 8 on 34% shooting.
I'll say this, all right? I think I just to go quickly off, I think Russell Westbrook has more in the tank than people are giving him. I genuinely do.
I do too.
Bro, if you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis sitting there staring you in the face after every game saying, you're the reason we fucking suck.
No, Anthony Davis is part of the reason that they suck. He stinks.
No, but he doesn't stink.
No, he
when
stinks.
He's healthy.
He stinks.
No,
he's a ween. He's a ween.
Stop it. When he's healthy, he does not suck.
I would go on record saying Jonas Valanciunas would bully him around.
You are a psycho.
Would bully him around.
Might be the wildest thing
I watched, dude. There was like a game in like February where they were
gonna go off of a game in February.
Oh, dude, I just watched him get bullied by like, dude. It might have been who was it? Was it Daniel Gafford?
I don't give a shit who it was.
He got bullied around.
I don't care. He's gonna give him a bucket. And you're telling me, okay, so
mental midget.
Name 5 other big men you would rather have in the league right now than Anthony Davis.
Oh my God, Jokic. I'd rather have Embiid.
Okay.
I'd rather have Rudy Gobert.
Giannis.
I'd rather have Giannis.
Giannis, wait, no. Giannis is not a big.
Wait.
He just said Gobert.
I did.
That's wild.
I did.
That's so deep.
I did.
Giannis is not a big.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Giannis is
so is LeBron James a big man?
No. Giannis.
Is Kevin Durant a big man?
No.
Stop that.
No.
Stop it.
No.
Stop.
Giannis is a big man.
Stop it.
Giannis is a big man.
Stop the presses.
Bro, Giannis plays like a big man.
I don't give a shit how he plays.
What
fucking position does he play? Small forward. Small forward.
He can play 4. He can play 5. Yes, he can.
So can fucking LeBron James. He brings the ball up every time. So is Luka the center? Is he a point guard? What is he? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
It's like,
come on.
All right.
Come on. You're telling me hold on. If Giannis and KD are both big men, then so is LeBron James. You can't just be like, nah.
KD's 7 foot.
LeBron's 6'10". We're talking 2 inches. Not even.
I don't think Giannis is a big man.
What?
Bro, Giannis is not a big man.
Okay.
He's a
All
big
right.
dude.
All right. How about this one? I'll give you 5 right here.
2. I give you 2 so far. Jokic and Embiid.
I literally
That's
went
it.
on CBS just so I could clarify, and Giannis is listed as the #1 big man in the NBA.
Let's go.
that's
Yeah.
That's a bad
We'll
stat.
take that W.
Come on.
Right, that's bad stats. Right
That's
there.
not.
That's terrible stats.
A big
Giannis
man-
Antetokounmpo is the best big man in the NBA.
So what other big
CBS.
man in the NBA can start on the 3-point line and fucking drive directly in the paint and score? Name me another one.
Joel
please.
Embiid.
No, he doesn't drive straight through and dribble the basketball. He posts up, does a spin move. They're different fucking things.
You asked me.
I don't give a shit what CBS says.
You asked me
I don't give a shit.
Listen.
If you can sit there and tell me that how does he play like a big man? At all.
You asked me name 5 big men. I'm naming 5. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a power forward.
I don't care. Okay, so 3. Go ahead.
Giannis,
I'm not giving you
Jokic.
Rudy Gobert. You're out of your mind.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid,
That's it.
Zion,
Joey. The man hasn't played.
Carl Anthony Towns,
Carl Anthony
Maybe.
Towns, okay.
Maybe.
I like the cat.
Carl Anthony Towns.
All right, 4. Maybe. And I don't know if I take Cat over AD. I still don't know. That's a debate.
That's a big debate.
That's a big debate.
I will go, and that's
I
as
love
close
Carl
as I'll
Anthony
get.
Towns.
All right, that's
Yeah.
where I'll go.
Right.
But
That's
Anthony
my
Davis
point. So
might
he's a
be
top
5th.
5 big man
Might be
in the
fifth.
league, and you're saying he's ass.
Well, there's not a lot of good big men then, is there? Dude. Anthony Davis, bro, is not him anymore, bro.
Yeah.
He's not him.
Okay.
He's not him at the.
Wait, you guys got to shout out TikTok followers right now.
100%.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. You guys have been killing it with the views, the comments, everything, good or bad. We appreciate and love you guys, bro.
1,000 likes on this one.
On what?
On this live.
That's
No
fire.
shit.
Yeah, that's fire.
That's dope.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Where the
that
hell
was.
do you think he's gonna go to?
Huh? Yeah, that's where I was gonna go.
We haven't even talked about what we wanna talk about.
AD's not him no more, though. He's not him
I'm
no
not
more.
gonna. We're
He's
not
not
gonna.
him.
That's a different conversation
He's not
for
him.
another day. Okay, that's a different day.
Kyrie Irving. All right, so
You think? But you think that he's? Do you think he's gonna go to the Lakers?
no, I think that's definitely a possibility, but he's a dick, right? He's a dick. There's no other way around it, right? He's
Here's
a
my
dick.
thing. Who's been the only person to tame him? Because what Kyrie didn't we see before he went away from Cleveland?
LeBron James. LeBron James only, but he's a different man now. He's not old Kyrie. He's not.
I understand, but you think LeBron's gonna want him there if he's like, yo, Kyrie, if you keep doing this bullshit, you're getting traded ASAP.
Well, yeah, he just won't go there. You know where he will go? He'll go across the city to the Clippers. That's where he'll go. That is
think
absolutely where he'll go. He will be a dick like
You
he
think that
always
will
is,
work?
and he will go right to the
Do you
Clippers.
think that would work?
Absolutely, dude. If you put those three together, bro, because like Kawhi and Paul George can play off the ball too, right? Kevin Durant doesn't like to play off the ball, right? So I think Kyrie Irving, dominant ball handler.
I don't know about PG wanting to play off the ball.
I think it could work, and I think he is the perfect villain to fit into this, and I think the Lakers go and get somebody else.
That I agree with.
He's a villain, bro. He's always been a villain. So why would he
I feel like
stop
since
being a villain now?
Since Paul George left Indiana, I feel like he's been more of a villain. I don't think Kawhi is a villain.
Nah, Paul George the ween.
Yo, you know who everyone else hates? Reggie fucking Jackson. Everybody hates him, but that man is a bucket.
Can you agree with me on that? Like Clippers is a realistic choice.
Yeah, I think the Clippers is. And you know another team too that I saw that actually kind of made a little bit of sense in my mind that I think would actually really help is the Chicago Bulls. Zach LaVine, his contract is up this year. He
Said he wants to resign.
He also said that his favorite team that he wanted to play for his whole career was the Lakers. So hold off on that because he might be testing the waters in free agency. So if he leaves, I think that you're getting an upgrade. If you put Kyrie into that spot, you still got DeMar who showed that he can still be
Lonzo
a bucket
Ball.
this year. Lonzo Ball coming back next year. Vucevic, I still think is a solid big man to have. And why can't I think of the other dude who was a bucket this year as well? That kind of came out
Patrick
of nowhere.
Williams. So Kyrie Irving. All right. So we had what? He could go to the Lakers,
Go to the
Clippers,
the Heat.
the Heat.
We didn't even talk about the Knicks, but
Nah, he's not going to the Knicks.
I don't think that's all right. Stay with the Nets.
He's a cruel dude.
What else did I say? No, we said Lakers. We agreed on the Lakers, Clippers. I said the Bulls
My final
and
one.
the Heat. And who was your final one?
This trade has to get done in like the next 2 days, though. All right.
I thought you said it was realistic.
You ready for this?
No, I'm actually not.
The Pelicans. Devontae Graham,
Was that who you thought he was going to say?
Nope.
Okay, because that's not bad.
the 8th pick,
I
right?
don't-
They
I
have
think
the 8th
that's
pick in the
not
draft.
bad.
They have another future first round that they give,
Bro, man.
and you team up. You get rid of Valanciunas. You got Brandon Ingram, C.J. McCollum, Zion Williamson, and Kyrie Irving, and I think that's a good basketball team.
I think that's a great basketball
I think that's a
team.
really good basketball
No,
team.
I didn't even really think
Do you think that he would go there? They're a
Do I
medium-sized.
think he's going to go there? No.
They're a medium market team, and they know that they need more talent if they want to compete in the West.
The only way he's going to go there is if he wants to play with Brandon Ingram over LeBron James.
I don't think it's playing with Brandon Ingram. I think Brandon Ingram's just a piece. It's if you want to play with Zion Williamson. Kyrie and Zion together.
You can toss that by yourself. What did you just say? He would rather go to the Pelicans for Zion over Brandon Ingram. I would arguably take Brandon Ingram over like Tatum right now after his finals performance. Arguably. You all sleep on Brandon Ingram, bro. Do you not watch him?
You hate Jason Tatum, though.
No, I do not. I was the one defending Jason Tatum.
You were, but
I was
after
defending
these finals,
Tatum.
You hate him now.
I don't hate him, but like
He's still good.
he's 100%. He's still a great
he's still
player,
a
but
bucket.
he's definitely not a superstar.
Absolutely. All right.
But the skill gap is not that far.
No, it's not.
It's really not.
But he's still
Like, don't make it out like it's like
No, it's
Tatum's
not.
here and Ingram's here because no, put Brandon Ingram on the
Ingram got
fucking
better. He
put
got
Brandon Ingram on the Celtics this year, please put him on there. And I'm telling you, man, Brandon Ingram is that good of a player. He basically did it all by himself this year. C.J. McCollum wasn't great for them. He was the reason they went 6 or 7 with the Suns. He was the reason that game was extended. Zion was sitting on the bench doing nothing. That man's eating gumbo on the bench, and you think Kyrie's going there for him? Come Come on, bro. What are you saying?
Zion Williamson is a number 1 overall pick,
Yeah,
bro.
you know who else was? Anthony Bennett. How did that turn out?
Come on,
okay,
dude, he's not
right?
Anthony
so
Bennett.
let's take it back. Zion hasn't had a full season yet. Has
That's my other pick. All right, he'd either go to the Clippers.
I agree with you
The
for the
Clippers.
wrong reasons.
The Clippers or the Pelicans are my 2.
I agree with you for the
All
wrong
right.
reasons.
Okay.
But we agree to disagree.
All right. That's enough. Are we good?
Yeah, dude. I just couldn't believe you just said he's going to the Pelicans.
Dude, is Zion not the face of the Pelicans?
Zion hasn't played 20 games.
He hasn't played.
Is he?
What do you mean? He's
But-
the face of the
Cole,
Pelicans.
back me up on this. If you think of the Pelicans, who do you think of right now?
Brandon Ingram.
CJ McCollum.
Okay, you're bugging.
I think
Well, because
there's
he
no
just got
face to the
traded.
Pelicans
You think
right
of
now.
Zion Williamson?
No, you
Oh
do
no!
not.
You know who you think of? Jose Alvarado.
Oh my
That's
God.
exactly
That
who
might
That's
be a fact.
absolutely
Nah,
ridiculous.
Giannis Valanciunas. Wait, who's the dude from Alabama that went off?
Oh, Herb Jones.
My boy Herb.
Jones.
I think the Jose
Oh,
Alvarado one.
shit.
He's the face of the franchise.
Bro, Jose Alvarado, he pissed everybody off. CP3 hated that man. Hated that man.
he did.
After
God, bro.
4 games.
All right, I'm done.
Bro,
How
you
about
can't
some
be a face
baseball?
of a-
How about some baseball?
Last thing I'll say, you can't be a face of a franchise if you don't play.
I hear you.
Like
Who's the
Kyrie-
face of the Clippers? Back
Paul
that
George.
one up.
Paul George.
No, bro. Kawhi Leonard is the face of the Clippers.
But he's also had seasons to back that up before getting injured for 2 years.
And we watched Zion piss on people for like the 25 games that he played. Piss on people.
25 games isn't enough for me to say he's the...
I mean, that,
Kawhi is proven. Zion is not. Kawhi has multiple championships.
right, but I'm talking
and
about the
years
face
in
of
the league,
the face
bro.
of the
You
Clippers,
can't
the
compare
face of the
two.
Clippers, not the face of the Raptors, not the face of the Spurs.
You can't compare the
I'm
two.
talking about the face of the Clippers. Who's the face of the Clippers? Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Who's the face of the Pelicans? Zion Williamson.
No, I don't agree. But
Zion Williamson.
we'll move on to the Yankees and Mets because that's going down a rabbit hole that we'll never agree to.
Trade deadline's coming up.
Trade deadline is coming up. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with yours?
I want to start with the Mets.
You do.
I want to start with the Mets.
All
Absolutely.
right. So, I actually gave this so much thought that I made notes on it, Joey. And that's what I was doing at work today when I was bored out of my mind. I was sitting there and I was like, what could this Mets team, I believe they're number 1 in batting average right now, OPS, runs, and maybe 1 or 2 other categories hitting-wise. They're hitting the shit out of the baseball. And everyone's been stepping up for them. I believe Jeff McNeil just got either the 15 or 30-day IL. He just got announced that he's going to be on. So they'll be missing him for a little bit, but he's been playing like an all-star this year, like a lot of other guys, like Pete Alonso. I would say even you could argue Lindor, even with his low batting average. But the 3 things for me, the biggest needs, are going to be a lefty reliever, a lefty bench bat, and a new designated hitter that are going to make this team go from they'll be good in the regular season to they're going to go and win a World Series. And there's a few guys I have in mind, but I'm curious to see first if you agree with me on that or if there's any other positions that you would want to see them go get.
Number 1 thing that the Mets need. They need a bullpen arm. And they need a good one.
Bro, that's
I'm not talking about like I don't care lefty, righty, ambidextrous. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, bring
They
in
need
Pat
some-
Venditti.
They need somebody who can
Who can know that name?
There's a video of that guy throwing with both arms, right? You saw that video?
Pat Venditti probably.
That's probably Pat Venditti. I'll take him. Fuck. Whoever it is, Mets number 1 need bullpen arm. No doubt.
Yeah,
No doubt.
I think that the biggest, and the reason I said lefty is because Joey Rodriguez and who is it, Chasen Shreve, have both been kind of for them this year. So that is why this is the biggest. I mean, Edwin Diaz has been lights out. You still have Trevor May coming back. I know he wasn't a shell of himself before he got injured, but you still have him that you can fall back on. Seth Lugo hasn't been the dominant guy that he has been in the past this season. So I think either or, but you know a guy that I really think could help this team, there's 3 guys that I have in mind. Andrew Chafin is number 1. Brock Burke, a name that probably some of you guys don't even know from the Rangers, who's been absolutely lights out this year. Just hasn't been talked about because he's kind of been that middle relief guy. And then a guy we all really know who kind of just went to a shitty team and we kind of forgot about. And that's Amir Garrett. I mean, he's still, I think lefties this season are hitting .20 against him. So, I mean, lefty-lefty matchup, you know what you're going to get out of him. He's got a high 90s fastball, still got a nasty slider. Those are my 3 guys that I think would fit into this team personally. And immensely help out their bullpen. And then you can kind of give those guys, maybe Shreve and Jolie, some more middle innings games where maybe you're down by 5 or 6 and try and get their confidence back, right? And then help them out. And maybe even get one of these guys' mindsets into their game when they're getting into these big situations, right? So those are my 3. And then, like I said, the lefty bench bat, my 2 guys I got there are Anthony Santander from the Orioles, who's been mashing baseballs. He always has. He might not have the highest average, but a guy to come off the bench you haven't had. Their bench bats, Dom Smith, big letdown so far this season. J.D. Davis as a DH. I think Santander or Mike Moustakas.
Moose, great guy.
I think both of those guys, they just bring power, right? That's all you really are looking for off the bench, to have a little bit of flexibility. Both those guys, Moose can play second or the outfield if you really need him to, or he can DH. Same with Santander, he can play anywhere in the outfield or DH. And then the last 2 guys I'll say is for the DH for the Mets would be Charlie Blackmon.
Oof, that'd be nice.
Or Jesus Aguilar.
That'd be nice too.
Charlie Blackman's going to be a career Rocky player, though.
He loves it there.
He does. He does love it there. But the thing is there's going to be a lot of sellers at this deadline, Cope. And I know that what they just did with Chris Bryant, right, doesn't really make sense. But they might even go as far as to sell C.J. Cron with how high his stock is. I'm telling you.
Or are they buyers? Could they be buyers?
No.
Who knows?
No. The Rockies aren't going to be buyers this trade deadline. If they are, it would shock the hell out of me. What wouldn't shock me is if C.J. Cron goes somewhere, and that would be a crazy pickup.
That would be a crazy pickup. The number 2 thing that the Mets need, they need a better catcher. James McCann has just played abysmal. He's batting like, what, 2 and some change? Maybe. Maybe.
No, they got their number 1 prospect catcher.
Cubs are sellers, right?
Yeah, they do have their number 1 prospect, but we're talking about a win-now team, right? So are you going to go and take a chance on a guy who's a prospect?
Cubs are sellers, right?
Of course you are.
Not for a win-now season.
No, you don't put in a rook in baseball. No, you go and get a proven guy. Give me Wilson Contreras.
Okay.
Give me that.
That's a guy who I was going to maybe talk about a little later on, but
Yeah.
his name comes up now. I think he's a good guy. I'll mention a different guy then because I had 2 in mind for the Yankees. We'll get to them.
We'll get to that.
But
I think Wilson Contreras goes right. It fits literally right into the Mets perfectly.
Championship
7-hitter,
mentality,
6-hitter,
veteran leadership. He's also not bad defensively, right? And I think that was the reason why they've kept James McCann in is because the pitchers love him. That's one thing that I think a lot of people sleep on when you have a catcher, right? Is how good they are behind the plate. And like I said, this team, batting wise, isn't struggling. So they're number 1 in a lot of I believe it's 5 categories in the MLB, right? Not just nationally, the MLB. So if you can sit there and say, hey, James McCann, go sit in our 9 spot and stink it up, but go catch everybody and still have great games and call great games, that's going to be even more important than him hitting 300 or having a guy like that. But like you said, Wilson Contreras would obviously be an upgrade for them.
That's what I got for the Mets. All right, they need a bullpen. They need at least 1 bullpen arm, maybe 2 if you're feeling nice. Trevor May hasn't been it.
And that's what I'm saying.
You cannot give me. I will let you punch me square in my nuts before I let Adam Ottavino come in a clutch game in the playoffs.
Don't disrespect that man.
No, I'm disrespecting him.
Don't disrespect that.
Don't
man.
you dare.
It's a former Red Sox
Yeah.
with like an 18 ERA.
That's a former Yankee too.
He is.
I'm pretty sure Adam Ottavino was a Yankee.
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
He went from the
From the
Rockies
Yankees
to the Red Sox.
To the Red Sox.
To the Mets. What a sequence of 3 years for him.
That's a whirlwind. But yeah, I'm good on that. Yankees. Me,
I'll
you.
start with you. I did my part on the Mets. I want to hear what you have, and then I'll go off of what I think the Yankees need.
Number 1 thing the Yankees need to do. Joey Gallo's got to go. He's got to go to the bench. He's got to go somewhere, but he can't stay in the outfield, bro. He can't do it anymore.
Let me ask you this question: Aaron Hicks or Joey Gallo? If one of them's got to stay.
Question.
Dude, I would literally. Actually, you know what?
Don't give me recency bias because Hicks had 1 hit last night to help them win. Okay.
Aaron Hicks.
Okay.
Aaron Hicks track record. Joey Gallo 0. Always stunk. Always will.
Since he's been on the Yankees, he's stunk.
Yeah, he's not meant for New York. Aaron Hicks used to play good for the Yankees back in the day. Back in the good old days.
But you want to go with back in the day. You want to go with potential.
There's no potential in Joey Gallo. At least not New York.
Maybe I think yeah.
Number 1
I'll
thing.
agree with you
Number
there.
1 thing is get Joey Gallo out of the starting lineup. Give him some at bats. Give him some clutch at bats or whatever if you want. If that's what's going to tickle your fancy, do it. But
I have two names in mind. I have
one name. All right, I have one name.
I really hope one of them's mine.
It probably is, and it would just be Joey Gallo shrunken down a little bit. It's going to be a lefty, and
already not one of mine.
And I'm going to go Andrew Benintendi.
Okay.
I think he'd fit perfectly. He's a good glove. He's a solid bat. We don't need a crazy hitter.
So you want to keep Hicks in center.
Judge is in center.
Okay.
Judge is now our center fielder. Yeah.
So what's your outfield look like? So it would be Benintendi in left, Judge in center. Who's in right?
We can circle Giancarlo and Joey. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Or Hicksy. I mean, Hicksy could play.
Right, but you want to put
play right field.
I can't put Stan in the field.
If you told me this, okay, right?
Man, we get like a slow
the New York Yankees acquire Andrew Benintendi for a bag of peanuts and some cash.
You're not going to.
He's not like he's elite. He's good.
Yeah,
but we give him some prospects, and that's fine.
Well, no. What if you said Benintendi for Gallo?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's still fine. That's still fine.
I still miss him.
Still fine with that.
I still miss him.
So,
he was great.
So let's say this, okay? So even if we go with that hypothetical, then right? So Andrew Benintendi gets traded to the Yankees. Joey Gallo goes elsewhere. Wherever he goes, I don't give a damn. Okay, but we get Benintendi. Put Benintendi as our everyday left fielder. All right. Judge is going to play center field every day, right? And then you rotate in Giancarlo and Hicks in right field. Perfect.
I'm going to give you
me that. Give me that all
I
day.
agree with you, and I'm going to go a different route just to see where your head's at. These are two separate ones that I'm going to give you, right? The first one is the need that you're talking about. I would say either center field or just an outfielder in general. And I'm going to go a little bit out there and maybe spend a little more money. You said lefty. I'm sticking with a switch hitter. I'm going to go Brian Reynolds from the Pirates.
That's a great pickup.
I think that would be...
I'll tell you what. I made that trade last year in MLB The Show, and I put Brian Reynolds on the Yankees, dude, and it was one of the best moves I made all season.
I'm telling you, bro. He's one of the better hitters and underrated center fielders just because he plays in Pittsburgh. I mean, that's a guy that I really think could
But he's a utility guy, I feel like, too. Like, he can go play right or left.
Oh, yeah. He's not really just a strictly center fielder, but he can definitely fill that role if you need him to, and I think that... Honestly, I don't think Judge is bad in center, but it's not his natural position.
Oh, no, that's where he wants to be.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, then maybe I'm wrong. But like you said, he can play either or. And then another one I'm going to go with that doesn't have anything to do with your outfield, that's going to go catcher-pitcher combo, is going to be Frankie Montas and Sean Murphy from Oakland.
We've been flirting with the idea of Murphy and Montas and what's his name before he got traded to... the other pitcher from Oakland.
Mania.
Mania. And we flirted with Marte at one point. We flirted with Chapman at one point. We flirted with Olsen at one point. We've talked about every Oakland A coming to the Yankees. I don't want any of them. All right? That's first and foremost. I don't even want any of them. Okay? I think you just disrespected me blatantly by not giving Jose Trevino the respect he deserves. That man is second to one and only Alejandro Kirk. All right, who's leading the American League in All-Star votes? Alejandro Kirk. And Jose Trevino is an All-Star this year. He is playing like an All-Star this year.
Okay, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that he's more of a utility guy than your everyday starting catcher.
But can he play a multitude of positions?
I'd rather have him in the outfield than fucking Stanton.
Murphy can catch and play the outfield?
No, Trevino.
Trevino can't play the outfield.
Make him a fucking outfielder. He's quicker than anybody on the team.
Holy hell, man. No. Trevino's my catcher.
All
right? Until proven otherwise, Trevino's my catcher. You said Montas, though, right? I can get behind that. But where do we put him? In the bullpen?
No, why not?
I mean, he has to because he cannot replace any of our starters.
I would say Clay Holmes, obviously barring last night, has been your best bullpen arm this season, right?
Oh, by God, dude. He was breaking Mariano Rivera's records.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's our best, yes.
So, yeah. And then it goes Michael King.
Yes.
And then who after that? Maybe...
Licky.
Wandy.
Chad?
No, Chad's out for the season.
Oh, he is?
Okay. I mean, no, we have a strong bullpen.
Chapman, we don't really... I don't know where his head's at. The last time we talked about him, we talked about them trying to get his confidence back. We don't know where that's going to go.
Chappie will come back. He'll show his ugly face at some point.
I know
will.
that, but is he also going to be smiling when Altuve walks off against him again? Like, is he going to be that dude for you guys in the playoffs?
Probably.
That you don't want to see ever again, then they bring him back the next year?
Wouldn't doubt it. Loizac is still. I mean, he's only on the 15-day IL.
Yeah.
Right. You have Miguel Castro who comes in and throws straight heat. I mean, Clark Schmidt has been playing great this year. Albert Abreu, we just got him back today. Which, actually, funny thing, the Yankees finessed so bad that they got Trevino, and then the other team. Where'd Trevino come from?
Your guess is
Where did he come from?
I would assume they're
Minnesota? Did he come?
Did he come from
I
Minnesota?
don't know.
Texas.
He came from Texas. Albert Abreu got traded to Texas. They released him today, and the Yankees picked him back up. So they got Trevino for free. That's a finesse move. Zach Britton's gone. He's out this piece. All right, so I would take, if you gave me Montas in the bullpen, I'm 100% with it.
I just think it adds more depth. And then also, the biggest thing, too, I know we talk about Jordan Montgomery, and we talk about, why can't I think of the other guy's name right now?
Tyone?
Jameson Tyone as the 4 and 5. I feel like those dudes, as well as they're playing, they can blow at any moment.
I think
they can just go from the best pitcher that you've seen on any given day. The next start, they're giving up 23. And Boone's like, fuck it, let him hang. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I can agree with that, bro. Tyone is like good. And Monty, I can agree with. Monty can get it when that's the thing with Jordan Montgomery. When he gets hit, bad.
That's just my point.
I
I'm not
agree.
saying that they're bad pitchers. I'm just saying that. Like,
But Tyone doesn't really get shelled like that.
I'm just saying to have somebody else who you can also use as a bullpen arm
doubt,
that you
no doubt.
can bring in.
No doubt. But Domingo is going to come back eventually. I like him a lot. I think he's really good. So you're talking, I don't know. But that's your number two thing.
I also need to look at this real quick for you to say that
What?
Trevino's an all-star this year.
He's the number 2 in voting in the catcher position, yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Where the hell is catcher? I mean, I also do know that the catcher position this year is probably it's as stale as it's going to get.
Dude,
Grandal's hitting 185. Christian Kirk is the only one. Tom Murphy. And what is... Hold on. And he has one... Okay, he's hitting 303. He has 1 home run, 1 RBI this year. So, you know what I mean? You look at everybody else. It's literally Alejandro Kirk, and there's no one else hitting above 230 at the catcher position.
It doesn't matter, though, right? I mean, when push comes to shove, he's still number 2.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that,
No, I got you. But give appreciation and respect where it's due, right?
No. I don't. I mean, if I was you, I wouldn't want to miss my everyday catcher.
He's playing off his fucking rocker.
He's got 5 homers and 19 RBIs.
But he's clutch. The dude's got more freaking how many walk-offs does he have this year? 3?
Okay, how many does Donaldson have? You still love him?
No, I don't love Donaldson.
Okay, so
He's a good guy.
What are we talking about
Like,
here?
He's a good dude.
That's great. Yeah, so
Gets a good haircut, but that's about it.
Okay, so you're comparing, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Where I'm coming from?
You know what I'm starting to sense here? I'm starting to sense the jealous Red Sox. He's coming out. It's starting to show its face.
I mean, if you want,
It's coming.
I don't
It's
really
coming.
give a shit.
It's coming.
I'm being truthful with you. If I was a Yankees fan, but I mean, you can
It's
think what you
coming.
want.
Yeah, I can feel it starting to come. Jose Trevino, baby. He is the second best catcher in the American League, according to the people. According to the people.
Yeah, and they also have Ronald Acuna Jr. starting in the All-Star game, who has maybe 20 games this year.
He's Ronald Acuna, though.
That doesn't make him an All-Star. Just because of who his name is. The whole point of it is you're supposed to have it's supposed to be about stats.
So name 3 catchers in the American League with better stats right now. We couldn't.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Well, you just said it was all about the stats.
Okay, Joe.
What?
Nothing.
Who's playing better right now than
And what did I just say?
Alejandro
What did I
Kirk and
just say to
Jose
you?
Trevino?
And what did I just say to you? The catcher position is slim right now, and there's no one good.
But doesn't that mean he's the second best catcher in the American League?
Okay, but that doesn't mean he's a great catcher.
No, it doesn't, but it means he's the second best catcher in the AL.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. But it doesn't mean that he's a great catcher. Is my point. That's the whole point of this argument.
So what do the Yankees need?
Because you're talking about stats. His stats aren't that great. It's just, if you compare him to anybody else at any other position, he's shit. So if you want to compare about stats, let's compare them to other positions that actually have depth. That's my point. Is that 5 home runs and 19 RBIs as a catcher hitting 260? No, I mean, I don't know. That personally for me, but whatever. You're just laughing at me at this point.
No, I'm not laughing at you, bro. I just love the conversation. Would you stop saying I'm laughing at you? I'm not laughing at you. We're having good and heated debate.
And you're laughing at it.
Here he goes.
Are you not?
No, I'm laughing at the heated conversation.
All right.
The fact that we got angry at each other.
Okay.
Okay? Now, can you answer my goddamn question? What is the number one need for the Yankees?
I think it's an outfielder. I think that's probably their biggest.
It's get rid of Joey Gallo, right?
It's get rid of Joey Gallo or Aaron Hicks. One of the two. Or both. I mean, both of them can't stay in your lineup for this season if you want any chance of winning a World Series. Because I know Hicks came through last night, but he's still hitting maybe 200.
Now, what about
210?
third base? Is DJ at third base? Are you cool with DJ?
I think
Everyday
he's
third
just,
baseman.
That's a tough thing for me to say.
Because you got to
he's-
think our middle infield is solidified now, right? You got IKF at short, and Glaber's playing a great second base.
And I think there's guys that you could probably go and get that would maybe be upgrades. I think that IKF is solidified. I think Glaber's another guy you could probably maybe switch out or put DJ back at second. I know he's getting a little bit up there, and his movement isn't as good as maybe it used to be, but I still think he could play a decent second base. And then maybe you go get another third baseman. I'm trying to think of third basemen, though, that are going to help your team off the top of my head, that are on Sellers' teams. And I can't really, honestly, at this moment in time, I can't think of any unless I look some up. Do you have any off the top of your head that you would want to see?
Any
Third baseman.
off the top of my head, if his name's not Nolan Arenado, no, I don't want him. No.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh yeah, but I
the
would.
fuck up.
I wouldn't.
Shut your whore mouth, okay?
There's absolutely no way. No.
Shut your whore mouth. He is not moving an inch. Hold on, let me look this up because I saw something earlier. It was I think it was The Athletic that had the top 125. Let me go look at the. Let me get the third baseman real quick.
This is it.
What?
No, we're closing after this.
Oh yeah. Infielders Aguilar. Wow. I wouldn't want Biggio. Come on,
No.
Biggio.
No, absolutely not.
Brand Jury. That's a
No,
good name.
no, I'm good.
Really?
I like DJ.
I like DJ. I'm saying he could play second too over Glaber.
I like Glaber too.
He's in 270 with 13 homers and 34 RBIs with 41 runs scored this season.
No, I like my team. It needs to be a huge upgrade. I need a huge upgrade.
What's Glaber's stats this year?
Pretty solid.
Poople Stick said Joey Haas.
Who?
Poople Stick.
Shout out Poople Stick.
Shout out, yeah, literally.
Well,
Glaber Torres, my friend, is batting 270 this year. Nope. He's batting 270.
what's his home runs and RBIs?
I can't see his home runs. Let me see.
What do you want?
Let me check that for you. Glaber Torres so far has 13 home runs and 32 RBIs.
Okay, so they're not far off. Fair enough.
Glaber Torres is playing great this year.
Yeah, he is.
270, 13 home runs, 56 hits, and 210 at-bats. And he's playing a solid second base. Exactly what I
Bring back
needed.
Rudin Odor.
No, absolutely not.
Jonathan Scope is actually another one. But then, like you said, you're still getting rid of
We're just going down a rabbit hole of third basemen now.
Yeah, you want Jonathan VR?
No, I don't. Nope, absolutely not. I want Jose
Patrick
Ramirez.
Wisdom?
I want Jose Ramirez.
Patrick Wisdom?
I want Jose Ramirez, Nolan Arenado, or Rafi Devers. If not, I want none of them.
Fair.
All right, that's
over
fair.
DJ?
Huh?
Over DJ? Those are the only three you take over DJ?
Yeah, I love DJ. That's my DJ.
Go DJ. That's my DJ.
That's right. And all right, so new merchandise through the Two Buttons Deep store.
Yes.
Right. Now we had the Friday hoodies for a long time. We've now transferred over to a Friday T-shirt. There's only limited quantity available, 20, I believe
How much
there
you
is.
guys love the Friday hoodies.
Yeah, the Friday hoodies just banged so hard that we had to bring them back around for summer.
We were like,
Yeah.
you know
That's
what
right.
I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty weird. But yeah. So Friday shirts will be available later this week. Check those bad boys out. Very excited to see who cops those because those are going to be. I personally think they're going to fly off the shelves, but that's just me. But other than that, Ray, any closing comments?
No, I don't think so. I
Okay.
think we covered everything. We did I think it was a good show today, successful show.
Yeah, it was a great time. Well, when you have a whole production crew here now, you know,
Yeah, you have lights.
you
flashing
would
on
you would
it.
expect that there's something good.
And then also, let's let the people know. We didn't even get to talk about your trip.
Nope.
But I mean,
That's
we
better. Probably we didn't.
But I mean, today would have been the time to do it because it's probably not going to be allowed or great for the radio when we record that. But
Maybe.
you're also away this weekekend.
Maybe.
So we will be back Thursday. I don't know if you want to do that live too with the radio with TikTok.
Yeah, we gotta figure. Yeah, we'll figure it all out.
But we got to figure that out. We got to figure out what we're doing with the radio. We're probably gonna pre-record it Thursday, so we'll let you guys know with live anything like that. But if not, you'll see us on the radio or be able to hear us on the radio on 104.5 The Team and the free one.
And the free 104.5 The Team app.
There you go.
Damn it.
He's the one that says it. That's why.
That's 104.5 The Team and the free 104.5
That
The
man
Team app.
fucking snoozes in his sleep saying that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Saying that phrase. I swear
that
to God.
might actually go on my grave. Like you know, it'll say here lies Joey Haas,
Mm-hmm.
AGF, and the free one, like, you know, and the free 104.5 The Team app.
Joey Haas and the. That would be good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else? You guys good? Gucci.
Yo, thank you to everyone for all the
TikTok, peace.
support. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, make sure
You don't forget.
you always let the fun days roll.